Hey guys, I am just popping back on here to finish kind of what we started on slide 6. I had that all videotaped. I'm going to add it into there. And then here is slide 7 on Smell Your Way Home. I'm going to read this really quickly. I'm going to leave the vocabulary list in case you're curious about any of those words we read. It is all right here. So temperatures, and without leaves or woody debris, fish would have no hiding places and food sources. Construction of logging roads contributed to landslides, erosion, and sediment runoff, often blocking access to habitat. Domestic animals, recreational vehicles, bikes, and horses have gone through streams unknowingly, smashing redds or smothering them with silt. So it is important that we don't let silt get into the water. Yes, the woody debris will smother them. Farming practices often increase soil erosion and sediment runoff. Pesticides used on agricultural crops can pollute water and poison fish. Sometimes plants and waterways have been fertilized and grow so much that they choke the river or stream. Fish can't get through or find food. Irrigation and crop often take more water from streams and rivers than is acceptable. Cattle, pigs, horses, and other domestic animals have been allowed to wade through streams, stirring up silt and polluting the water with their waste. So even farms near rivers have a lot of negative effects on the riparian habitat. Dams and other development. Hydroelectric dams are another big challenge to salmon. Where there once was a fast-moving river, there is now a slow-moving lake behind them. This delays salmon migration, attracts predators in search of easy prey, killing fry, or salmon that have not yet spawned. Dams also interfere with young salmon on their way to the sea, crushing them in the turbines. Construction of buildings and homes inside and outside of our cities replaced habitat of native fish and animals. Water rapidly runs off impermeable surfaces, so places they can't get through, like roads, driveways, buildings, and parking lots, and adds non-point source pollution, such as oil, antifreeze, and other harmful toxic substances. So it's things that aren't just thrown in the river, but they pollute still, into the storm drains and into the rivers. The more than 100 years of road building and development have resulted in at least 2,400 barriers to fish passages at road crossings. These structures block fish from about 3,000 miles of spawning and rearing habitat. Fishing and natural predators. Overfishing in oceans and rivers also leads to declining salmon populations. Gill nets, purse seines, and trawling have taken a toll on already weakened populations. Also, when fishers catch and release fish, the stress of being handled by humans and the damage of hooks can kill the salmon. Salmon must also escape from many natural predators. Salmon are food to many animals and provide an important link into the web of life. Salmon are prey throughout their life cycle, from egg to spawning adult. Gulls, like dippers, sculpins, and trout, all feed upon salmon eggs and young alvin. Fry are primary prey to birds such as mergansers and great blue herons. As the salmon grows, so do the number of natural predators that it faces. Largemouth bass feed upon smolt, and once salmon become adults in the ocean, they face hungry seals, sea lions, and orca whales. As salmon enter waterways on their upstream journey, they must elude bears, bobcats, and eagles. People are changing the trends. So good news, people are learning that our actions can positively or negatively affect natural resources such as wild salmon. To help make a positive difference, people have made changes including state forest practice rules have changed to provide wider riparian buffers, so forest landowners are making a difference by staying further away. On state-owned agricultural grazing lands, providing riparian habitat and protection is a part of day-to-day practices, so farms that are close by are trying to be more careful. Some cities and counties are purchasing homes and businesses that repeatedly are damaged by naturally occurring seasonal floods and replacing them with public parks and green belts with riparian vegetation. So rather than moving closer to the rivers, they're making those actual parks and things that are okay to be close. Industries are changing their buildings to prevent spills and outfalls from letting chemicals or toxic products go into the rivers. So making sure we're not polluting the river. Citizen groups are monitoring streams, estuaries, bays, and rivers, and when they find damaged areas, they work with landowners to repair them and plant native riparian trees and plants. So not just any plants, they're trying to help restore that habitat. And some cities and towns have passed ordinances or laws to protect riparian areas as living classrooms. So kind of what we did with our little river over here, we use that kind of like a classroom. And then as you can see, protecting and planting trees and other vegetation are a big part of these efforts. Trees are essential from the top of forested hills through farms and throughout cities along the rivers. All the way to the edge of the estuaries, trees make the difference. Each of us can make a difference. We can change the ways we work and play, learn to be more careful in the ways that we use our natural resources, the land, water, animals, and plants. The Wild Salmon Journey is just one adventure in nature. Look around you and you can find millions of others. And again, here is our list of vocabulary words. So if you were thinking, I don't know what that meant, they're all right here. So adaptation, alvin, anadromous, carcass, culvert, Endangered Species Act, estuary, fry, gill netting, habitat, homing, impermeable surfaces, macroinvertebrates, milt, mudflats, non-anadromous, non-point source pollution, oncoricus, I'm not sure, ordnance, osmorgulation, parmarks, predator, prey, Persine, red, reservoir, riparian area, salmonoid shredders, smolt, threatened species, trawl, uplands, woody debris, and water ouzel. Interesting. I don't even remember reading some of those words. So anyways, I'm going to add this video into this slide, and if you prefer to read it, you are welcome to do that. If you just would prefer to listen, that's great too. And if you have any questions, send me a message or join me for office hours. See you soon. Bye.